Hey everyone, Nick here. Wanted to look at Zoom video. So something happened today, dropped big time, blah blah blah, headlines, go look at it. I don't know what it is. So let's talk stock. First, the fundamentals. I hate the stock fundamentals. I like the company, I like the product. I don't have to use it. I have alternatives just from a user perspective. As a company, I do have alternatives as well. So I'm not sure that it's like it's the only gig in town. In fact, it's not. So if you have Slack, you have something built into it. At one point, they had some sort of a collaboration there. I'm not sure it's still there or not. But anyway, regardless, what I hate about it is its valuation. And I'm not talking profitability because I don't care about it, because its growth is the story there. But this number right there, I just can't swallow that. Over 100 times sales. So basically the stock price today has 100 years worth of sales priced into it. That is just, what? Okay, so this is just way too big, way too big. Amazon's is under 6 and 5.2, 5.3. So, and Amazon is, quote, expensive stock, right? So it is just not the right thing to do for me. So yes, the growth is there from the user perspective. I don't think the growth in sales is going to match it. That's my bet, that the only way this will drop is if the growth from sales mirrors the growth in user metrics. And there's nobody I know is going to pay for Zoom of all the users that now use it. And I'm only one person with a giant family, so I can tell you I have maybe 100 cousins. So none of them will pay a penny for it. They'll switch to something else, which they already use. FaceTime, Instagram, Snapchats, anything, WhatsApp. They all have group things going on. Google has free ones as well. So anyway, that aside, let's talk charts. So the stock drop, somebody said, is there a way to make money off of it? So anytime something drops like this, my reaction is to sell puts and put spreads into fear. And in order to do that, I either have to want to own the shares for the long term, and I choose a level where I want to own it at 240, and I'll sell the 240 put and hope that somebody will give it to me. That's one way. Another way would be to find levels that I think markets will buy and try to make money off of that. And somewhere around 232 to 237 is the zone where I think that that's the first place they try to stop. So this is a daily chart, so I'm not getting too fancy with that. This is where I expect buy the dip people to come in. The machines will come in until it fails. So then what happens? So let me see. Do I have lines? Oh, good. I have lines. All right. So this line comes into play from before. I would just extend it. And it is support. See, I have a note here from support from before. I don't know when I did this, somewhere around here, because there's a lot of days since then. And also I said if it breaks out of here, it'll get to here with resistance, and it stalled right at resistance. Headline or not, don't give a crap. Trust me, they don't matter. And then now the downside target would be here if they lose this support, where I think that buyers should come in. Now if markets fall tomorrow, that will add to its woes, and maybe they'll have the chance to trigger this. If this happens, then the support line would be here, and it's more of a zone than a line because big rally. So there's not real solid one line support, but if I were to draw some, I already did. It would be somewhere 236. Anything lower than 236, I would say short it, because it's going to go lower to in the 20s. And also, if I were to put one line, will probably be 207, 208. And okay, so maybe there's one around 220 first. And basically the same legend that I have here. So I'm going to take this out. And let's drill down a little closer to see if we can get a little bit closer. Okay, so now it's starting to look like a head and shoulders, not perfect, but a neckline that they're drawing. So a loss of that neckline would bring some downside continuation. Much like a breach of this will recover some in this sense. This will be resistance, this will be resistance here, and of course resistance wherever the start happen. And this is support until it's proven otherwise. And if it's proven otherwise, then it'll trigger some momentum sellers to go down this way. How much? Then we'll have to look left. So I would expect 218, 219, which is the lower end of the value area as far as volume profile is concerned. So 210 to 220 is another support zone. And if you want a hard line in the sand, 200.6, so 201. This candle, for some reason, sticks out in my head. And these two bottoms here. So let's round numbers. They love it. But there's this level here, this level here. So there's a whole bunch of support lines where the machines could be spurred to come in and buy it. So if you zoom out a little bit, this is 2 hours. So I'm zooming out a little bit to see if I can get smarter. So now you can see a clear level of level up on earnings. So 180. And then a topping up period at 223, 224. So you remember that on the way down. And this base and this base. So pick your levels and sell the risk wherever you think you want to own the shares. And how does that work? When I sell a put, I'm committing to somebody. I'm basically giving somebody insurance. Hey, buddy, if it goes below 200, I'm a buyer at 200. Give me your shares. That's why I sell a put. That's it. If I don't want to own the shares, then I should really do a put spread, bull put spread, credit put spread, whatever you call it. Because then if it goes to zero, it's not going to, but if it does, then you don't have to buy the shares. You just take the maximum loss of that. All right, next signing out. As far as upside, I don't know why there should be a lot of upside unless they can bring in the money past the user metrics. So maybe my short concept, my bearish concept, is a concept longer term than an actual short-term trade. So I don't want to pick a fight now with the topping out period, except if I'm trading these levels with a short, tight leash. So if I short this level, then if it goes above it, then my thesis is wrong. Then I should change my mind, that kind of a thing. All right, next signing out.